How's it going? Welcome back out into the Willamette National Forest. Today's just the three of us, Thena, Luna, and myself. And we are up here to review Christmas Eve from Stirling Soap Company. This one's been around a long time. I didn't get mine until last year. Today is the last day of November, making tomorrow Cyber Monday, December 1st. I got you guys set up on the tripod, a whole stack of pine cones right here to my right. We've been up here again about an hour or so, hiking, playing. After the shave, stick around for the B-roll, 360 of our surroundings and a little bit of our adventure up here today. Let's start off with taming the squirrel here, my beard, and applying my go-to pre-shave, the Tube 2.0. I've been trying some different pre-shaves again here lately, and I'll talk about those in an upcoming video. Some new products out on the market last year or two that I hadn't tried, and going back to some old favorites and old ones that I didn't care for years ago, only to realize the oils had gone bad and throwing them out and picking up new ones. So this fragrance, it's like my wife said, when you smell it, I really like what she said this afternoon. When she smells it, she can see everything related to Christmas. And this fragrance really does a wonderful job of just capturing the essence of Christmas. And for me, the opening, it hits like walking into a forest with Christmas lights, pine needles, and fir branches all around. So almost, like imagine where I am right now with Christmas lights, and that's what the opening, the top, then when you first apply the splash, that's what it reminds me of. I only have the splash and the soap. I don't have the EDT. I do want to eventually get the EDT. This is a fantastic fragrance. I would say it's unisex, right about in the middle of that gender scale. Gonna be whipping this up with a handle made by Filament Workz. That's Matt Spafata, if I'm saying his last name right. This was gifted to me by Alex Botello, a good friend and member of the channel. He had filaments that you can get this done by them and have anything you want virtually put on the bottom. Mine says throwbacks, done in green and yellow for my Oregon ducks. And the knot is a Bodie 2025 Badger synthetic. I'll be eventually reviewing both of these in my brush review series, the handle and the knot especially. But what's really cool was this weekend I reached out to, well, first I made a purchase from Filament Workz because a buddy of mine, Cal Shaves, he had posted that he purchased this advent calendar. And so I went and immediately bought one. I was like, that's so cool. And I sent the Filament Workz a message that got Matt and I to talking. I actually didn't know that Matt, who's a member of the PAA fan group and active on Facebook, he's one of us. And I had no idea that he was actually the guy behind Filament Workz. I've had this brush for, I don't know, how long, Alex? A couple of months, a few months, the way time flies. And used it a bunch of times. I absolutely love it. I've been waiting to have the right matchup because I just dropped it, which is why I always use extra shave soap. Things just like this. I think that's all the pine needles for the most part. But I like to match the brush with the shave soap and the razor, have a whole kind of theme. And I thought that this brush really went well with the Stirling green, the color of the tub. And I scooped with one of my older Stirling scoops. And I'm whipping that up in my Captain's Choice bowl. So for me, this fragrance would be an 8 or a 9 on the family fragrance scale. Alexis gives it an 8. Emily gives it a 9. Those are great scores across the board, with 5 being I like it and 10 being I love it. Absolutely perfect for this time of year. And it's the kind of fragrance that I think you can wear anywhere and everywhere. And for me, because it so beautifully captures the essence of Christmas. for me, it's the kind of fragrance that I will really only wear this time of year, around the holidays. But within that time frame, for me, I mean, it's church, work, anywhere, everywhere. The projection is about a 5, maybe a 4. Not getting a whole lot of longevity out of the splash, only about a good 4 hours. About 6 hours, you can still smell it really close to the skin, but I'm comfortable with saying that you should be able to get a good 4 hours of wear out of it. I do have 1 pine needle in my soap. We'll work that into the beard here in a second. So for me, the first thing that I notice is not so much the smell of vanilla off the top, but I think after giving this a lot of thought that the vanilla in the top is softening the edges, and it continues to do so into the heart of this one. The cranberry, I do detect cranberry, and it's just like a little sparkle, just a little tart cranberry note that I get. From there, you run into those seasonal spices. The pine, like I mentioned, the opening vibe, you do get the evergreen notes throughout the whole thing. The seasonal spices, I'm thinking clove and cinnamon. That kind of holiday kitchen warmth is what it's bringing. I don't outright detect clove. I kind of detect like a cinnamon, but you're definitely getting that holiday kitchen spices, the stuff that you would, be putting on the food that's going on the dinner table. Beautiful. The mistletoe is bridging the green top and the gourmand notes with this slight herbal greenness, and it's just doing another great job, in my opinion, of bringing that tradition to life in the form of fragrance. Being a very good girl. Got a whole bunch of pine cones right here. You guys will see that in the B-roll. That was a little one and a dry one, so I knew it wasn't going to fly very far. Start working this into the beard. Ready? Here's a better one. They're super muddy. Don't tell Alexis. I got that sun right in my face. I can see pretty well on this left side here. Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. We had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Son came over with his girlfriend. My brother-in-law and his wife came over. I can't believe tomorrow's December 1st. Friday we ate leftovers and watched some college football and didn't do a whole lot. No mirror, just the camera, just the phone screen. Thank you again, Alex, for this brush. I absolutely love it, you guys. Something I didn't mention a moment ago with Filament Workz when I got to talking with Matt. I now have a 15% discount code. I'm not going to profit from it, but if you use the link in the description or use my name at checkout, Tobin, you will save 15% off of anything and everything on his Etsy shop. Thank you, Matt, for offering me that. I'll continue to put that in the description, and then I need to get it added to my link tree. I'll remember to do that when I get home. Shaving with the not the Mamba, the BBS. I knew that. Dip it in my rinse bowl here. Throw a pine cone. I've loaded in it a first use Gillette 7 o'clock super stainless. So the RazoRock BBS, and this is just the standard plate. Got this one a trade with my good friend Jeff Dinker. Thank you, Jeff. I do love this razor. It's about a 5 on the Razor Review Series efficiency score, and I will be reviewing this one soon as well. Trying to incorporate all my razors that I haven't reviewed that I enjoy using into the series. And the goal typically is to use it first in a shave video so that those who want to see me shaving with it have either already seen it or they can go and see it when I put it in the description. Yes, dear. So as we come down into the base is where this fragrance really takes on a lot of charm. The evergreen blends, the evergreen blend deepens the sweetness from up above with this resinous. It's like a resinous core, a resinous strength. It's perfect the way that those kind of sweeter notes are coming down into these darker resinous notes. It's the backbone of the scent for sure, because you get that evergreen in the top and it's with the fragrance throughout every transition from the top into the base, and then into the dry down it remains, and it's keeping this fragrance outdoorsy and authentic, in my opinion. Give me a second, sweetheart. Add a couple of squirts of water there. I don't think I ever found the pine needle. Maybe we'll find it on the second pass. Pretty sure I saw one. I do love Stirling's base. And what is it now, $14.65 for a 5.8 ounce? I remember back when they were under $10. It was like 9 something when I first started shaving. 9.30. It was a weird number. Got a little wet, but it'll be fine. It's probably exactly how a lot of you guys like it. I'm having a hard time seeing the right side of my face. Yeah, it's a little thin. It'll do. Especially this gentle BBS razor. I don't have any other plates for it. I did cut myself a second ago. I thought so. The way I fumbled the razor in my hand when I was talking about it being the Mamba, and then corrected myself. It was at that moment that I felt a little nick. But it wasn't bleeding, of course, right away. But I got myself a boo-boo. I won't cry about it until I get home and have Alexis there. Second pass. Here we go, girls. Ready for a pine cone? Let's do it. Hold on, pup. It's Saturday, and did some honeydews around the house before watching the Oregon Ducks and the Washington Huskies. Our son Lucas came over. He and his girlfriend made us dinner at our house. Chili, and it was delicious, absolutely delicious. And the cornbread was Trader Joe's cornbread. Oh gosh, that is so good. I think just about everything from TJ's is amazing. Hope you guys got some great Black Friday scores though. I definitely did. I was looking at Stirling's website today, looking at some of their new fragrances that they dropped for the Black Friday weekend, it looked like, in the 3-ounce tubs. I call that good. Oh dang, I'm bleeding. That's a bleeder. That's a bleeder, Luna. Gonna have the Demigorgon here in a minute. Started watching season 1 of Stranger Things. Emily's excited for season 5. I'm not. I thought season 1 was probably the best. Season 3 was great. Season 4 was an utter disappointment. We did watch episode 1 of season 5. I won't say anything about it other than because I want to spoil it for anyone, but the opening scene and that AI is so cheap and so phony, and I was so disappointed because it did nothing to move the story. All it did was show us what everybody who's a fan of that franchise was already aware of. And so it was just really disappointing. And then from there, that episode just seems to drag on. I'm hoping that this season picks up and is better than season 4, because season 4 wasn't bad. It was just decent, and it was just such a letdown. The Duffer Brothers, as the creators of Stranger Things, when they originally created the show, they'd only wrote 3 seasons. And so for me, they had the whole 3 seasons planned out from the very beginning. That 4th season just felt rushed and put together in like a cash cow. And so far, that's exactly how season 5 feels. It's just another grasp at, you know, a franchise pushing a series way too long. They should have just stopped it at season 3. You're not here for Stranger Things. So the dry down, of this fragrance, the vanilla and spice kind of re-emerge after about a half an hour, 45 minutes-ish. I start to notice them picking back up again. I got you, sweetheart. The pine remains steady, and throughout the entire dry down, I'm reminded of this is just like the perfect winter forest fragrance. It really is. I love coniferous. If you've seen my review of that one from Stirling, a great one from them is coniferous. I said that right. Another great one from them is evergreen forest, and then also Ozark Mountain. I need to review both of those. Stirling does some amazing outdoorsy fragrances. I wouldn't say this is my overall favorite because I really, really love coniferous. This fragrance, it's magic in a bottle. And you know, something that I love about Christmas is Christmas. As a child, Christmas was magic, and then once I became a parent, the magic of Christmas kicked in tenfold. As a parent, Christmas is the pinnacle. I mean, like, I thought Christmas was awesome as a kid, but now with my oldest being 28 and the youngest being 17, looking back, you know, Christmas was certainly magical as a kid, and I have some amazing memories as a child, you know, but just the parent is epic. And then for me, you may have heard me say that I think fragrance is magic. And I really feel like one of the awesome things about stuff like this is that it's just bringing both of those worlds together. The magic of Christmas, the magic of fragrance. Got to be careful putting this on my finger over here so I don't light this cut up with the alcohol. It's Christmas in a bottle, though. It is. It's another one of those fragrances that just perfectly captures the essence of Christmas. There's a lot of great Christmas fragrances in the community. My friend's Shave Trooper, probably end up showing this photo again in another video, but he took all his Christmas soaps. He has more Christmas soaps than I do. He took all of his Christmas soaps and made that Christmas tree with it, and I asked him for his permission to share with you guys in this video. And that's just one more thing to love about this community, is that this community just really embraces the holidays and all these different things. I'm going to top this off. Yeah, I already grabbed it. Mysterium Serum, my go-to post-shave. I love this stuff. It's good stuff, Maynard. Hope you guys have had a fantastic year, though. 2025 hasn't been a bad year. Hasn't been a great year. It's been a good year. I'm not going to complain. But I am looking forward to the new year. I'm looking forward to hanging up the Christmas lights this week. Next weekend, we're going to go cut down a Christmas tree. That's a family tradition that my wife and I started from the very beginning when she and I first started dating and we moved into our first place back in college. We started cutting down our own Christmas trees. When I was a kid growing up with my mom, we always just went to the Christmas tree lot, and something she had always done was go cut down trees. And so we've made that a tradition every year with our kids. I was actually talking with Glenn Sherman over the weekend about how weird, you know, it is as I'm slowly becoming this empty nester. It's a crazy feeling. You know, Austin, our oldest, he was born in 97. I had just turned 20 years old, 20 in April, and then he was born in June. And I'm now 48. Man, life, where does time go? You know, they say tempus fugit, carpe diem, it's the little big things, all that stuff is true. I want to wish you, what's this going to be the first time in a video, a Merry Christmas, happy holiday season. If you celebrate, if you don't celebrate, I hope no matter what you do, that December is a good month for you. Thanks for joining me and my little furry angels up here in the Pacific Northwest. I'll tell you what, we're going to have us a little bit more playtime before we leave. Stick around for the B-roll, 360 of the surroundings, and a little bit of our adventure, and maybe some hijinks that we'll get into up here. They got a little muddy. Don't tell my wife, did we already talk about that? Gosh dang, that's a bleeder. Take care. I'll see you next time. All right, welcome to the B-roll. There they go. So I've been facing in this direction. That's the way we hiked up here, is up that old dirt road. My collection of pine cones that probably by the end of the video I'll be out of. Let's pan out to 0.6. Give me a second, Loon, I'll grab you another one. Haha, she tried stealing it out of my hand, but she missed. I want to thank you guys for joining us out here. I want to wish you a happy holiday season and a early Merry Christmas. You guys take care, and we'll see you next time.